Hello and welcome to Cat TV, where we talk about cats with cats. I'm CAITLYN, and with my assistants Abby, TEGAN, IFAN and Mia, we're going to talk about stalking behaviours. How they do it, why they do it, and how do they learn to do it, as well as how did it evolve. Learn this and more with Cat TV.
Hey, I'm Merlin. First we will talk about my and my feline friend's phylogeny. We have an expert in the field that will talk about this.
Cat stalking behaviour has evolutionarily evolved from the Felidae family. Here's an image of the phylogenetic tree of the Felidae family. As you can see on the bottom right hand corner, we have the domesticated cat. The cat that we have as pets today. Above this shows all the lineages of the domesticated cat. Cat stalking behaviour is a fundamental predatory behaviour which has roots strongly embedded in its evolutionary history. Behaviour has evolved over the years from its great ancestors. The earliest felids, such as the Panthera lineage on this tree, are strong hunters and will have used stalking behaviour as a stealthy tactic to better catch their prey. Now moving back to the studio to talk about the phylogeny of a predator. So Merlin, could you let us know how being a predator has evolved?
Predation, the act of one organism capturing and consuming another organism, has evolved over geological timescales. Predation is most likely to have originated very early in the history of life, as some of the earliest single-celled organisms developed the ability to engulf or absorb nutrients from other cells. So in this case, it is difficult to determine where the first predator came from and who our first common ancestor would be, as there is only a limited amount of predation indicators from fossil records. We know some species of dinosaurs displayed predation, but most likely our first common ancestor was a single-celled organism.
Interesting. Are there any other physical adaptations that have been passed down from an ancestral predator?
My ancestral family displays a digitigrade stance, which means we walk on our toes and on the balls of our feet. The digitigrade stance was historically used by the dinosaurs such as the T-Rex and has been passed down by numerous other mammals. This allows for quick and quiet movement alongside being able to be low to the ground in a feline's case. This is crucial in stalking behaviour before making our final move in pouncing. This was also super helpful when we started our relationship with humans.
How is getting domesticated by humans?
Getting domesticated by humans has been pretty cool for the most part. About 10,000 years ago we started to get domesticated by humans in the Fertile Crescent, which encompasses modern day Turkey, Iraq, Syria and Kuwait. The humans also found us cute because of our meowing and chirping behaviour, which we originally used to talk to each other and imitate bird sounds during hunting, but now we use it to communicate with humans, which made the domestication process much more easy.
Ancient humans built grain stores, which attracted small rodents which cats could hunt and eat, providing us with a mutual relationship. That's only the start of cats' relationship with humans. As civilizations got more advanced, they started getting more attention and even got god status in places like Egypt. Even right now, there's a cat who lives in 10 Downing Street, but just like Downing Street, their story isn't all fun. Isn't that right, Marlon?
Yeah, about 9,000 years ago, we saw our first human-aided migration effort in Cyprus. There was no cats there until humans brought us. We didn't know how that affected the ecosystem on the island at the time, but I can't imagine it helped anything. Because humans have stopped using the grain stores in the same way they used to, we've lost lots of our prey as humans find more ways to deal with small rodents that don't include us. We still need the stimulation that these once provided us with, so this might play into the fact that we're killing almost any animal we see in any new ecosystem.
Yeah, so I'm an outdoor cat, and I don't really play that much because I'm too busy terrorising the local birds.
Yeah, sorry, my bad!
Later on in history, a few thousand years after cats had went to Cyprus, humans were colonising Australia and New Zealand and they brought cats with them. We know for a fact that they did not help ecosystems there. During their time in these countries, cats had destroyed the populations of local fauna, for example kiwis. Because these birds have lost the ability to fly, they didn't have much of a chance to escape from any of the cats that we had introduced to the islands.
70% of kiwi chicks are actually killed by either cats like me or stoats. After doing all this stuff, I'm starting to realise why people are putting us on leads.
So, how do you cats perform this hunting behaviour?
Well, the amount of hunting we do and the success of it can be determined by our own personality traits. Us brave cats are far superior hunters than our shy friends because we have that extra confidence in our own abilities.
Meanwhile, us kittens are far more playful than the adults. We just have so much energy to release. During this play, we also learn new skills like hunting, stalking, and building up our ability to balance. How cool is that? Pixie will cover these skills later in more detail. But these skills are very useful for us kittens to grow big and strong and agile hunters.
The type of cat breed we are can also have an influence on the amount of playing we do, with some breeds being far more playful than others. I'm a ragamuffin, who generally has more juvenile characteristics, but is very floppy. Then, say, a Bengal cat, who will play all day long.
Kittens may learn this behaviour through their parents, either when being taught how to hunt for mice or birds in the garden, or just mirroring their parents when they are playing with a toy, as indoor cats. In this case of indoor cats, the toy is acting like potential prey, like stimuli to the cat. Stalking behaviour also allows for success of hunting and survival within the Felidae family, and has helped many species in the Felidae family survive.
We looked at several male and female cats seen throughout this video and observed their behaviour. The cats were recorded for 30 minutes and their different playing behaviours counted. Through counting the number of times each cat pounced, stalked, wiggled their butts and swatted, we discovered that on average, males pounced more than double that of the females, but that females wiggled their butts and stalked 92% and 67% more respectively, showing a correlation in their occurrence. Here you see Pixie, one of our female cats. She's a 7-year-old indoor cat, and this video was recorded approximately midday and shows her playing with her owner for 30 minutes after play was initiated. Here you can see an example of her stalking her prey, wiggling her butt, and getting ready for it to pounce. And she got it! Okay. This is an example of our male cat, Merlin. He is similarly an indoor cat between the ages of 5 and 7, and this 30-minute video was taken on the same day at the same time as Pixie's was recorded. You can see he stalks his prey a lot less, but pounces a lot more.
As you can see, cats like Pixie and Merlin sometimes get to be very focused before they decide to pounce and attack their prey. Their eyes will dilate, they might hide away from view, lower down to their haunches, wiggle their bums and swish their lower tails back and forth, all before they pounce. Tell me, Pixie, viewers are dying to know, what's with the tail?
Oh, my tail! I love my tail. It's actually an extension of my vertebrae covered in muscles and fluff. People might think it's just for show, but I use my tail all the time.
Like Gwen?
Well, I and my fellow felines use it to communicate with each other and with our humans. Tail up and relax means we're happy and chill, for example. But we also use our tails for balancing before we have to pounce.
Here we have a cat muscle expert to discuss with us.
Cat tails tend to be held low and still while they are stalking, but indoor cats and kittens who do not yet know the best way to catch their prey may not have correct tail posture. They learn over time how to use it. So a cat's tail has 6 distinct muscles, each used together to give the tail its flexibly sturdy nature for counterbalance. The sacrocaudalis, dorsalis, medialis, and lateralis work together to move the tail in the dorsal direction. The sacrocaudalis ventralis, medialis, and ventralis lateralis move the tail ventrally. Meanwhile, the coccygeus lateralis and medialis move the tail from side to side.
Besides my tail, I've also just got a really overall flexible spine. My vertebrae are flexibly connected and have especially elastic cushioning discs between them. This allows for me to perform such elegant, precise movements, as well as be great at acrobatics. It also helps contribute to my speed, which helps me and my ancestors hunt and capture my prey as quickly as possible.
Awesome!
Wait, it's not just my tail and my spine. I also wiggle my hind legs back and forth quickly. This helps me loosen up my joints and stretch my muscles before my big kill. Wiggling my bum also helps me quickly align my body correctly and adjust to the environment.
Why is it so important that you're so good at hunting?
Oh man, it's when we see those small creatures outside. Those can feed us and our babies, or we will bring them back as gifts to our humans, but of course they don't appreciate them. When me or one of my ancestors use stalking behavior, this allows me to get close to my prey without being detected, and then pouncing on them and capturing them. With this learned behavior, there is a more likely chance of a successful ambush.
And that's a little intro on stalking and playing in cats. Next time we will talk about food preferences, fish or meat. Find out next time on Cat TV.